Telepathic experiment, 1920. In the early 20th century, science wasn't only exploring radio waves and X-rays, it was also delving into extrasensory abilities. Experiments were conducted to test thought transmission between humans and animals. Death sentence in the gas chamber, 1945, USA. The convict bears an advertising logo of Westinghouse Electric Company on his forehead. Westinghouse was one of the leading electrical engineering firms in the U.S. in the 20th century. Aftermath of the Great Blizzard, North Dakota, USA, 1966. The trophy of a civilized man. In this 1930 photo, famous Italian explorer Attilio Gatti poses with two hired pygmies from Congolese tribes and a gorilla captured for the amusement of a European. Armed children during the uprising in South Sudan, 1971. No underwear, but holding weapons. Such physiques in impoverished children were often due to severe protein deficiency. Los Angeles in the 1950s. Polio patients inside iron lungs. Visit to the vet, Paris, 1953. The cat seems to realize this won't end well. Monowheel, experimental dream machine, invented by David Cislaghi, Italy, 1933. 106-year-old Armenian woman guarding her home with an assault rifle, Armenia, 1990. A merchant being pushed in a wheelbarrow through the streets of Shanghai, China, 1938. Auction on a Michigan farm, 1963. Noose of the executioner displayed as a warning to swindlers and reckless debtors. Turns out the tradition of actresses and models performing for the U.S. Army goes way back. In this photo from Vietnam, American officers gaze in awe at Raquel Welch, star of 1 Million Years BC and Playboy icon. American chemist of Ukrainian descent, Sabin Arnold von Sochocki is credited with inventing radium-based luminous paint. His company, Radium Luminous Material Corporation, produced glowing watch dials. By 1924, several female workers died of radium poisoning. In 1925, traces were found in Sochocki's body. He died in 1928 from aplastic anemia, the same illness that claimed Marie Curie. Woman in an electric bath at the Light Care Institute, 1900. Considered a precursor to the tanning bed, it was used therapeutically, with voltages reaching 50,000 volts. Polar bear inspecting a submarine, 1967. A young French woman vents her rage on a German POW by kicking him, World War II. Brigitte Bardot on set, 1954. A dog leaves North Korea with a UN military convoy, December 1950. The dog got lucky. Dog meat is considered traditional cuisine in the region. Korea, around 1900. Ordinary peasants in Asian countries were fully covered, as tan skin was a sign of poverty. The battle for alcohol, USSR, 1988. The first vacuum cleaner, an enormous unit transported by truck. Cleaning required a team. The hose was inserted through the window. USA, 1920s. This photo captures the moment of a Most Beautiful Legs contest held on a beach in Istanbul, Turkey, 1971. When this Australian girl graduated in 2016, her grandfather, an Aboriginal elder living on a remote island, didn't stay away. He traveled nearly 3,200 kilometers to attend the ceremony, congratulate her, and perform a traditional dance together. Liberated Soviet and Polish disabled inmates of the Mauthausen concentration camp, May 5, 1945. 1939, the ocean liner St. Louis returns to Europe after a rejected voyage to the US and Canada. On board, Jewish refugees seeking asylum after the start of World War II. They were denied entry. German soldier and French collaborator, 1940 to 1944. Children under Bismarck's boot, Germany, 1930. The massive statue symbolized imperial might, but to the children, it was just a place to play. Professor Louis Sayre treats scoliosis using his spinal correction device, London, 1877. Gangsters covering their faces during Al Capone's trial, 1931. Snake charmers, Ceylon, 1880s. A fakir plays the flute. The cobra rises from the basket and dances. Then, hypnotized, the snake stares at the fakir's stick for hours. Melting ice made the game impossible, but the photographer captured a rare moment. Outdoor hockey match interrupted in Sweden, 1959. Remember the iconic photo of construction workers having lunch atop a New York skyscraper? Here's the photographer who took it, 1932. Patient undergoing electroshock therapy, 1910s. 6 women holding the clock hand from the Singer sewing machine tower in Clydebank, Scotland, 1926. Baby rattle from the 1930s. Private John Drugan and his dog, Pal, in Okinawa, 1945. Pal saved a platoon by locating a hidden enemy machine gun nest. First elevator ride, USA, 1948. Pictured rural children, Kemp Savage and his cousin Bruce. Participant of a children's pet show with her pet toad, USA, 1936. The world mourned with America. Surveillance and amateur footage captured the September 11th attacks as they happened. Thousands lost their lives that day. Spanish archaeologist Manuel Esteve wearing a Corinthian helmet he discovered, 1938. Anne Hodges was an ordinary American housewife. Until November 30th, 1954, she became famous when a meteorite crashed through her roof and struck her while she was lying on the couch. 2 lumberjacks and a giant tree, Pacific Northwest, 1915. Newspaper sellers on sit-sticks, Berlin, 1927. Boy undergoing a dental exam at Friern Hospital, London, 1890. Gas mask parade, Tokyo, Japan, 1930s. 2 sisters on their Chevrolet in 1947, and again 63 years later. White Americans joined the 1963 March on Washington. It was a fight for jobs and freedom, against the oppression of black citizens. A symbolic end to the Cold War. A Soviet soldier tastes a hot dog and Coca-Cola aboard the U.S. cruiser Thomas S. Gates, 1989. Chinook salmon catch on the Utka River, USSR, 1966. Gladys Van Cleek and her cat Patsy, 1910. Colorado coal miners, 1895. After her husband's death, Mary Ann Bevan entered a contest and won the title World's Ugliest Woman. She endured ridicule to provide a better life for her children and joined the circus. Edison introduced electric cars long before Tesla. Here's one from 1906. Woman arrested for wearing a revealing swimsuit on the beach. USA, 1920s. Woman arrested for wearing a revealing swimsuit on the beach. USA, 1920s. The French ocean liner Normandy burned and capsized at the pier in New York, 1942. Rare photo of Moscow's streets about 100 years ago, filled with carts, horses, and pedestrians. Traffic problems existed long before cars. Famous author Ernest Hemingway, posing with his shotgun, 1961. He would later use this very weapon to take his own life. Haunted by paranoia in his final years, Hemingway believed the FBI was surveilling him, and they later confirmed it. Man rides a whites-only bus to protest apartheid. Africa, 1986. Ostrich-drawn cart at an ostrich farm, Los Angeles, 1900. Early version of Ronald McDonald, date unknown. American soldiers treat a wounded dog on Guam, 1944. Russian Empire peasant Fyodor Makhnov stood at 285 centimeters, 9 feet 4 inches, considered the tallest man in the world. Wagon passing through a tunnel carved into a giant sequoia, California, 1879. Human attitudes toward nature were quite different back then. Young shoeshine boy, 1870s. To support his disabled father and mother, he cleaned shoes for spare change. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope these photos impressed you. Some may have made you angry, brought a smile, made you happy, or perhaps even caused some negativity. Feel free to leave your comments and stay tuned for the next part. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Bye.